Hey folks, this is Alonzo, the Godfather of West Coast Hip Hop. Now I bet you some of y'all didn't know I had a book out, did you? Well, I do. N.W.A. Not Without Alonzo, available on Amazon.com, $14.95. But also, there is a comic book, limited edition comic book, Hip Hop Family Tree, featuring yours truly, Alonzo in the middle, Dr. Dre, and Yella. Limited edition, only available on my website, LonzoWilliams.com. Now, if you want both books, the Hip Hop Family Tree and N.W.A., both of them $30. Go to my website, LonzoWilliams.com. In the comments, put your name and what you want me to say. I'll autograph and make sure it gets to your house right away. Both books, $30, autograph, LonzoWilliams.com. And if you're like me, you don't have time to sit down and read like I'd like to, but I love audiobooks. That's why I put my book, N.W.A. Not Without Alonzo, on audio. That's right, but it's available only on CD Baby. Why? Because I set every track, every story to music. So as you ride down the street, listening to the stories of West Coast hip hop, you got some fresh new tracks to bob your head to. Available only on CD Baby, N.W.A. Not Without Alonzo. Check it out, folks. Give you something to ride to. Peace. Wanda from JJ Fad. How you doing, Wanda?
Hey, what's up, Lonzo? How's it going?
Babe, I'm here quarantined, calling all my buddies up, see how they doing.
Yeah.
What part of the country you in?
Fresno, California.
Fresno, California. I was trying to tell somebody I was gonna call some. I'm zooming with Wanda, Wanda, and I said Bakersfield, I said Sacramento, everywhere but Fresno. Now you know what, darling. Now I know your history like the back of my hand for the most part, yeah. Okay. But my viewers, my watchers, my listeners, they like going back to the beginning. So
right.
Would you do me a small favor and let's start from the very beginning of JJ Fad, and we're gonna bring it up to date from there.
Okay. What you want to know? Just like
how y'all got
started?
Together, how y'all started. I know about it. Tell them about Arabian Prince and all that good stuff.
Okay.
Yeah, you gonna have some fun. You got something to do. I ain't got nothing to do. I ain't got nothing to do, okay?
You're taking it all the way back.
Let's go back to the beginning, because I did an interview with Bobby Jimmy, and some folks didn't know Rush Park was Bobby Jimmy, so I don't take nothing for granted.
Wow,
yeah,
that's
so
crazy.
I got some vets, I got some old school folks, and they was kids, when we was doing our thing, so you know, some of them really want to know how everything got started, and y'all was the first female group out of California, right?
Right. And that was one reason why we decided to start, is because Salt and Pepper came out before us and we heard them, and I was like, well, I heard them, but I'm sure everybody else did too. And I was like, okay, wait a minute. East Coast is represented. We need for the West Coast to be represented as well. So let me go on and try to start this little group. Mind you, I had never rapped a day in my life.
Okay.
So I said, I was talking to Arabian Prince and I was like, we should get a female group together and just represent the West Coast.
Okay.
And he was like, that's a good idea. And I was like, okay, cool, let's work on it. He's like, you got to get some people. And I was like, yeah, because I do definitely want to be a group. So I held auditions in my mom's den.
What?
Yeah.
You held auditions. I didn't know that. Okay, go ahead. Yeah.
I held auditions in my mom's den. And I used to have a best friend that is Baby D's cousin. So she was like, I got a cousin that can beatbox. And I was like, I can't no female beatbox. What you talking about? Well, bring her by to the audition. And she was like, all right, I'm telling you. I was like, okay. Man, when Baby D came in, started beatboxing, I almost fell out of my chair.
Wow.
She was bomb.
Okay.
So that was the first member. And then she had two friends that could rap. And so those were the other two. So we started out with 5.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that.
So we had the three MCs, a DJ, a lady DJ, and a beatboxer.
Okay.
So we started that way. We put out the single Supersonic, but it was just more local.
Okay.
And during that time, the 3 other girls was like, we should be making money now. We should be making money by now. I was like, first of all, there's 5 of us.
Right.
Second of all, we're just getting started. So they were like, well, it ain't worth it to us. So then they stepped out. So at that time, it was just me and Baby D.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah. And so we were like, okay, well, we all wrote the song. So the song is ours,
Okay.
So let's go ahead and, let's just keep it down to 3. And so we went and met with Rudy Pardee and Snake Puppy from the Dream Team.
Mm-hmm.
And he signed us.
Okay.
Because we went back in and we still had the 5 on wax, but it was like very local.
Okay.
So we went with him And then we I think it was still 5 at the time. This part's kind of fuzzy to me because I think there was still 5 at the time, but they weren't with us, but they were still on the record.
Okay.
So he said, okay, well, let's go ahead and re-release it and see what that does. So we're like, okay, cool. So we re-released it and it got more of a buzz. And at the same time that we were just getting started, so was Ruthless just getting started. They had Eazy, they had N.W.A. And so they were getting ready to do their album. And Jerry was like, I know y'all got a buzz, but this is a lot. This is a lot to take in. I don't know if you'll get radio play. I don't know. We need to bring in a group that's commercial.
Okay.
And Arabian at times like, I got just the group for you.
Wow.
So then at that time we were under contract with Rudy and the Dream Team. So at that point, Rudy Pardee and Eazy set up a meeting, and Eazy was like, I'll buy the girls from you.
Mm.
And I was like, what? Buy? Wait. So, you know, my dog. So, Angel, quiet. And so they did their thing with their deal. We got with Ruthless. We scrapped that record. We started all over with 3. Dr. Dre produced it, put his little magic on it, re-released it as a B-side.
Okay.
Not the A side.
Right.
We did a song called Another Hoe.
Okay.
That was the A side.
Okay.
So, you know, when we're pushing it and the little street teams that we used to have in the vans and jump out for the DJs to play it, some smart DJ flipped that record over.
Wow. There you go.
And people went bananas.
Wow.
And then that's when we released it. We got a distribution deal with Atlantic Records, ATCO.
Okay.
And from that point on, it just took off like wildfire.
That's amazing, baby. Now you know what?
Sorry, hold on. Let me shut this off.
Do your thing. This is the ultimate reality show, folks. We keeping it 100 right here. It ain't no. I'm not editing this. I'm gonna let this play right through, dog and all. Okay, I hate editing, and we keeping it 100% because Juana and your boy Alonzo is real as they come, folks.
That's right. You got it.
I called Wanda at 10 o'clock this morning. I said, babe, I want to interview you. Come on, okay, cool. Let me get straight. Okay? That's how we do. That's how we do. Okay. When you people like that, you can call them up. Hey, babe, what you doing? Nothing. You want to interview? Yeah, come. Okay, cool. Let's do this. All right. Exactly. So yeah, that's why we're here right now, folks.
Exactly.
Now, I don't know if you know when Rudy was because Rudy was a part of my distribution company. Well, not my distribution company. We created a distribution company. They got the initial buzz for JJ Fad, Supersonic, I should say, through our West Coast record distributors. That's when we had that. Y'all was on Dream Team Records, and we was mad at Rudy for letting y'all go. We was mad because we was selling records. We had I think we had just dropped Rodney and Joe Cooley, I believe it was. Now we was getting a little momentum, and then Rudy cut the deal with Eazy, and I'm like, damn, Rudy. And then Rudy come back with this super pimped out Cadillac about 2 weeks later. I'm like, damn, Rudy. Rudy came back with the ultimate pimp mobile of all time at that time, a convertible two-door. That's the Eldorado. Damn it, what was that? The Seville. He had a two-door convertible Seville with the pimp tires on both sides. Oh man, Rudy was my God. He came back with the ultimate whip. I'm not lying, okay? So them was some good times, baby. That was some good times.
Good times. It was. And then when we got over to Ruthless and they just took us in like family and we just all became super, super close, and Dre put that spin on that beat, and it was just like, it was over with. And then we just started working on the whole album. So our song was actually the very first song to come out on Ruthless Records, which set up N.W.A. to release and Eazy to release their project. Okay, now people
don't understand the history of the game. People think they know, they don't really know the intricate workings of what about the N.W.A. the Posse? Y'all was the first platinum, first gold.
Yeah, we're first gold on Ruthless. First gold. Eventually it went platinum.
Okay, so y'all was the first gold album on Ruthless.
Right.
Okay. Paid for a lot of stuff back in them days. Okay.
Yep.
And You wasn't even in the movie. Why not?
Picture that.
Now, you know what? I have.
You know,
go ahead.
The thing is that, you know, at first I was a little upset because that's an intricate part of history that people really should know. Part of history that people really should know. But to kind of push it on the back burner was kind of a little bit insulting. But then I thought about it and I said, but you know what? This was a story about them.
Okay.
But it would have taken them 2 seconds. Like I remember there was a pool scene where Jerry, in the movie, Jerry said to Eazy, don't worry, you know, we still got the DOC, we got Michelet, and they didn't even mention us, even in that part.
Okay.
And I'm just like, okay, now that doesn't make sense to me. Because it would have taken you literally 2 seconds to say our name.
Okay.
So I could go into it further and tell you why we weren't in it, because it has something to do with one of the executive producers, but we ain't gonna even go there.
Okay.
But just so that but I'm glad that you know, we got so many interviews from, you know, major publications, and we got to tell our side of the story and tell that, you know, that movie was great, but it wasn't the complete truth.
Right. You know, and I tell people all the time, you know, I had a guy one time, he was arguing with me about his perception of me from the movie. And I'm like, poor fool, if all you think you know about me from my portrayal in the movie, you got me all messed up, dude.
Exactly.
You know, and it's amazing how people think that story is some kind of document. It's not a documentary.
Right.
It's not a documentary. It's a movie. Thank you. Thank you very much. And I'm not mad at nobody. I'm thankful because the movie changed my life.
Right.
You know, even you know, and like they said, ain't no such thing as bad publicity, you know. Yeah. You know, and because of the movie, I'm speaking in colleges and doing my podcast, and people know my name. They don't know my face. They don't know all I've done in the game. But that's what I got this podcast for. And I like reaching back to the people who was there in the very beginning, like yourself,